It's the little things I want to talk about. Swapping slippers for Chucks. Short socks or long. A dab of sunscreen under the eyes for the post-lunch walk. Sometimes I think about what podcast I'll queue up. Sometimes I decide if I'll talk to anyone or keep the hat low and the headphones on. It's routine, predictable, and I love it.
I've split my days into two, cut clean down the middle by my daily gym appearance, where I inflict pain on myself.
I'm told this is supposed to be hard. Sometimes I'm even ogled at. Why, yes, old lady at the grocery store, please tell me how I'm quite the specimen. But I'm a duck, and these comments are water, impenetrable to what I know is a deeper truth. This is easy, but it hasn't always been.
So I've been wondering, what else in life could I make feel like this if I gave it the same attention?
How did I get here? Romanticizing the boring and looking forward to the hard part. It wasn't always this way. The gym didn't start as the easiest part of my day, but I got there faster than most.
It all started with a girl. Emily Henderson. She wasn't the girl next door. I'd call her the girl 2 doors down. Less obvious, equally beautiful, twice as mysterious.
We struck up an unlikely back and forth for the last 2 weeks of high school. I became infatuated. After working up the nerve to ask her to dinner and a movie, I got the "I'd like to just be friends" text. That one sent my 17-year-old, rejection-averse heart into a tailspin and straight into the gym. Not with some grand plan for health and longevity, but a full Romeo and Juliet foyer into gains. If I couldn't have the girl, at least I could get the abs, and then surely I could get the girl.
A survey found up to 80% of people work out more after a breakup. Some go from doing nothing to 5 days a week, almost overnight.
I got into the fitness rhythm fast. The gym became a fixture. But looking back, the fuel source was temporary. Fast forward a few years, about 7 or 8, I'd become Mr. Fancy Pants, hosting dinner parties. A gaggle of unlikely guests from different corners of my life. Work acquaintances, gym friends, college buddies. 1 or 10 too many self-help books convinced me that if you're not working on your goals, you should at least be talking about them incessantly, preferably with other goal-obsessed people.
While dining on slow-roasted prime rib with cilantro remoulade and broiled plantains.
I called them mastermind dinners. After exchanging pleasantries, we'd pass the figurative baton and share our biggest life obstacles. By the 5th or 6th dinner, I realized my answer never changed. My body, gaining muscle, losing fat. It had gone from heartbreak-fueled sprint to a full-blown obsession, the thing occupying most of my mental bandwidth. So much so that I'd spent good money on grass-fed steak just to offload it on unsuspecting dinner guests. Back then, I thought passion was the spark, the thing that got me started, but now I see it differently. It's what's left after you've gone through the grind, like the charred remains of hardwood. Still warm, still combustible, proof that heat and energy have already been here. And that's when everything gets easier. Not just in the gym, but anywhere you apply it.
I've noticed it happens the same way almost every time. In the gym, in love, in work. There's a process to falling in love with the hard things. And once you see it, you can use it anywhere.
There are two things I don't really document on here: my workouts and my relationship with Erica. Not because they're sacred or off limits. Erica's just as much as part of Cinemagravy as I am. But because the things I love the most are often the hardest to conceptualize. Passion is this word people throw around like it means something. But most people don't define it. Not because they're lazy, but because it's hard. Even with 15 years of filmmaking experience, I still don't know how to capture what I have with Erica, or what I have for the gym.
Charcoal burns hotter and cleaner than the wood it comes from. It's basically pure carbon, which means it gets better after it's been through hell.
What I've learned from the gym, and from charcoal, is that passion isn't the first flame. It's what's left after the fire's already done its work, stripped down but still ready to burn. Proof that heat's been here before, and getting to that ember doesn't happen all at once. It follows the same rhythm, pretty much every time. In the gym, in love, in work. It starts with inspiration, infatuation, the crush, the trailer version of what could be: exciting, irrational, easy to fall for.
And it never lasts.
Inspiration fades into motivation, the honeymoon phase. You cancel plans, you rearrange your schedule. Everything feels electric until it doesn't. And that's when you find out if this is something real or just a phase. If it is real, you hit intention. This is where love gets logistical. You make time, you schedule things. You say, this matters to me, and I'm willing to adjust my life around it. Then comes discipline. It's not romantic. It's not exciting. It's being there when you're tired, or stressed, or just not in the mood. In love and in training, discipline is how you prove you're serious. And if you keep showing up, discipline becomes habit, not autopilot. It's trust. The kind of familiarity that doesn't fade, even when things get messy. If you last long enough, you might just maybe reach passion. Not the fireworks, not the spark. Passion is what survives after the fuse has burned out.
It's falling in love with something after you've committed to it. It's like the reward you get if you stay. That's why the gym is the easiest part of my day. Not because it's effortless, but because I've already walked the bridge. Passion comes last. And now I don't have to force it.
One of the most useful things I've learned for the gym is that dread isn't always about the whole thing. Sometimes it's about one part of the thing. I noticed this with my work. I love the writing process. The quiet, the editing, the flow of ideas, the muse. But after months of doing it, I started feeling this crippling angst. It would show up on my shoulders, ripple down all the way to my toes.
I thought it was just anxiety about the job, but the more I paid attention, the more I realized it wasn't the work, it was the shooting.
That one part of the process was testing me. The rest I actually look forward to. It's the same feeling any experienced lifter knows. It might hit you on a Monday, maybe a Saturday, that chest tightness on the way to the gym. Because it's leg day. And not just any leg day. It's the end of your meso. A psychotic amount of weight to move, and 4 sets of hack squats waiting for you like an RSVP you regret sending. You're not dreading the gym, you're dreading those sets. And here's what I learned from those days. Always end with something you look forward to. I call it dessert discipline. On the brutal days, I'd finish with something easy to love. Shoulders, arms, the lifts that don't ask for part of my soul in exchange. And I realized I could do the same thing with work. I started scheduling writing for my future projects after I had shot stuff for the day. So that way my day ended with what I enjoyed the most. You can do this with anything. Figure out the part you actually dread. Put something you already love after it. Reverse engineer the fun into the discipline. The way I see it, the truth is, passion doesn't always show up, but you can still make the hard parts easier. So ask yourself, is it discipline, or are they just having fun?